Hello students, welcome back. Let us continue with the second part, reproduction in organism. The second part will be the events which will be taking place in the sexual reproduction. We have already seen the asexual methods. So let us start with the events which are included in the sexual reproduction. There are three major events. First is a pre-fertilization, second is the fertilization, and the third is the post-fertilization events. Now in either of the subtopics, they can ask for 1 or 2 marks, but not more than that. Let us start with pre-fertilization. Now this includes the formation of gametes. Because it's a sexual reproduction, so both the gametes are must, and either male or female gamete formation is the first thing which occurs, and that is gametogenesis. So formation of gametes, it is called gametogenesis, and their transfer. So that is the event which happens in the pre-fertilization. So first is gametogenesis and second is transfer, gamete transfer. Let us see both the parts. So in pre-fertilization, two parts, gametogenesis and second is gamete transfer. Now gametogenesis, it involves the formation of two haploid reproductive units called gametes, which we call male gamete and female gamete respectively. So the formation of the male gamete or male reproductive unit is called spermatogenesis, and the formation of the female gamete or the female reproductive unit, it is called oogenesis. Spermatogenesis, because sperms are produced, so it is a male unit, male gamete, and oogenesis, egg are produced, so it is called female gamete. Now when male and female gamete are similar in appearance and it is not possible to differentiate between them, they are called homogametes or isogametes. Very important, 1 mark questions they may ask as a definition. So when two gametes, they look same, you cannot differentiate by looking whether it's a male or female gamete, and such gametes are called homo or isogametes. When male gamete and female gamete are morphologically distinct, they are called heterogametes. Means you can easily see this is male gamete, this is female gamete. Morphologically, structurally they are different. They are called heterogametes. Among heterogametes also, the male reproductive unit is called anthrazoid or sperm, while the female reproductive unit is called egg or ovum, that we have already seen. A single organism bearing both male and female gamete is called homothallic or monoecious, which we have heard in last class 11th also. Homothallic or monoecious, for example, coconut. An organism in which different individuals carry male and female gamete, they are called heterothallic or dioecious. Any example you can say papaya plant. So we have seen couple of definitions. I will start with spermatogenesis, then we have seen oogenesis, then homogametes or isogametes, then heterogametes, then we have seen homothallic, monoecious, heterothallic, dioecious. Unisexual male flower, okay, bearing stamens only, they are called staminate flowers. Unisexual female flowers bearing pistils, they are called pistillate flowers. And if animal bearing both the sexes are called hermaphrodites. Example, earthworm. So you should remember what is staminate flower, what is pistillate flower, what is hermaphrodite, and their examples. So we have seen gametogenesis, the formation or the involvement of the formation of two gametes, male and female gamete. Okay, the male unit is called spermatogenesis, the formation of female unit is called oogenesis. Okay, and the male reproductive unit is called either anthrazoid or sperm, and the female reproductive unit is called egg or ovum. Then after the formation, the cell division definitely occurs during the gamete formation. So gametes are always haploid. Haploid organism produced by mitotic division. Remember this. Haploid organisms are produced by mitotic division. Diploid organisms undergo meiosis in a specialized cell called myocytes, that is gamete mother cell GMC, to form gametes. Again I am repeating, haploid organism, they produce gametes by mitotic division, while diploid organism undergo meiosis in a specialized cell called myocytes, that is gamete mother cell, to form gametes. At the end of both the division, only one set of chromosomes get incorporated into each gamete. So this is about gametogenesis, the first part of the pre-fertilization. What is the second part? Once the gametes are formed, then it has to get transferred. So second part is gamete transfer. After gamete formation, the male and female gamete must be physically brought together to facilitate the fusion, that is fertilization. So wherever they are produced, they should be brought nearby, very close, so that fusion occurs or fertilization occurs. Male gametes usually are motile, where female are steady, that is non-motile. In lower plants, like you can say some algae or some fungus, both male and female gametes are motile. While in simple plants like algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes, water acts as a medium for gamete transfer. In angiosperm, the pollen grain are transferred from one place or one part or the anther of the flower to the stigma of another flower by pollinating agents, and the process is called pollination, which we are going to see in second chapter. So in angiosperm, most of the pollen grains are transferred either by wind or insect or other mechanisms. We'll see that in second chapter. So this is how the gamete get transferred. So pre-fertilization includes two parts, gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Let us come to the main event called fertilization. It is also called syngamy. It is the fusion of the male and the female gametes to form diploid cell called zygote. So here the male and female gamete fuse together and they form a cell called zygote. The phenomena of development of female gametes directly into the individual without fertilization is called parthenogenesis. Again, very important 1 mark question. So that means the male gamete is not required. The development, that is the process of the development of female gamete involving directly into an individual without fertilization is called parthenogenesis. Some of the examples may be honeybee, rotifers, that is either rat family, lizards, birds. Now fertilization can be of two types, internal and external. So there can be a chances that differentiate between external and internal fertilization. 1 or 2 marks they can ask. So let us see the differentiate between external and internal fertilization. So we have to write at least 3 to 4 points. So what is external fertilization? So when the fusion of the gamete occurs outside the body of an organism, it is called external. So what is internal then? The fusion of the gamete occurs inside the body of an organism, it is called internal. External fertilization, the large number of male and female gametes are released into the surrounding medium, example in water most of the times, in order to enhance the chances of syngamy. So more and more male and female gametes are produced, so at least something, either one of the male and female gametes have a chance to fuse. While in internal fertilization, the number of the sperms produced are very large, while number of eggs produced are very, very less. Because it's in the body, so 1 or 2 eggs are hardly produced and the sperms comes and fertilize this 1 or 2 egg. In external fertilization, the offspring are extremely vulnerable to the predators. Yes, because it's outside the body, any of the predators can kill them. So their chances of survival will be very, very less. while internal the offspring are well protected. And the last differentiate is the example, you can say bony fish, frogs, and majority of the algae have external fertilization, while internal you can include birds, mammals. So very short topic, syngamy or fertilization. Then let us come to the third and the last event in sexual reproduction, that is post-fertilization. Here also we have two subparts. One is zygote development and second is embryogenesis. So either of them can be asked for 1 mark. These are the events that take place after the formation of zygote. It includes the development of zygote and embryo after fertilization. So let us see what is zygote for development and what is embryogenesis. So in zygote development, in external fertilization, the zygote is formed in the external medium, whereas in internal fertilization, the zygote is formed inside the body of the organism. Further development of zygote depends upon the life cycle and the environment. Two conditions are required. Zygote ensures the continuity of species between organism of one generation to another. That is very important point. Once the zygote is formed, so definitely there will be a new individual after some time. In algae and fungus, the zygote develop a thick wall to resist the desiccation and damage. Here, desiccation means dry. So they form some coverings. As we have seen in amoeba, they have some cyst, 3-layer covering, so that they get protected from sun or some insect or some other organism. But when favorable conditions are there, then they can again develop into an individual. In haplontic life cycle, the zygote undergoes reductional division, that is meiosis, to form haploid organism, while in diplontic life cycle, the zygote undergo mitotic division to form diploid organism. So that is all about the zygote development. So a very important stage after the fusion of the gamete, zygote development. Then what happens? Embryogenesis. Now what is that? The process of development of embryo from zygote. So zygote is already there, so the zygote will divide and then it will start forming embryo. So that process is called embryogenesis. So during embryogenesis, the zygote undergoes two things. One, the cell division, that is mitosis, so the number of the cell increases, and second, cell differentiation to form specialized tissues or organ. So first they divide, so they get good number, and second they differentiate, they get specialized tissues or organ, they form specialized tissue or organ. So based on the zygote development, whether it's outside or inside the body of female parent, animals can be either classified as oviparous or viviparous. These are again a common words which we have studied in the lower class, but we will see the difference also. Oviparous. Oviparous animals lay fertilized egg, while viviparous give birth to the young ones. First difference. Second, the fertilized egg have calcium cell like egg we have seen common, and young one hatch out after a period of incubation, while the fertilized egg zygote in viviparous has no shell and develops into the young one inside the body of the female organism. In oviparous, chances of survival of young one is less because it is again it is the eggs are laying outside the body, so again the chances of their survival gets less. Well, chances of survival in viviparous is more because of the proper embryonic care and protection inside the mother's body. Example, if you see in oviparous, you can say reptiles, birds, while viviparous you can say majority of the mammals including human. So again, this is a difference between two of them. Then in flowering plants, if you see, the zygote is formed inside the ovule, where the zygote develops into the embryo, and the fertilized ovule develops into seed, while ovary develops into the fruit. The seed after dispersal in a favorable condition germinates to produce again a new plant. The outermost protective covering of a fruit is called pericarp, or it is called fruit wall. So this is again a very small topic of post fertilization events, which includes either zygote development and embryogenesis. Not more, but definitely they will ask for 1 mark question, and you should definitely remember this. So this chapter includes the sexual events and asexual events. You should remember all the definitions along with the example. If you have any query, you can ask me, you can comment me on my channel, or you can WhatsApp me. We'll solve you out. We'll solve the questions which you have, and soon we are going to start the new chapter. So before that, if you have any doubt of the chapters which we have already completed, you can definitely contact me. Thank you.